What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Afro Guy Coco Jim, man. Now listen, today I gotta talk about something. As you can see, I'm in Akihabara right now, but I gotta talk about something that's kind of like been on my heart, been on my mind a lot recently, man. So, as you can see in the title, why is Japan better than America? I'm gonna give you guys like 5 reasons, maybe 5, 6, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But listen, literally the first reason that I feel like Japan is better than America is because the people here are very thoughtful and considerate of others. And let me explain what I mean, right? In Japan, man, like not bothering people, not being bothersome to people is very it's held to a high standard, right? And it's like when you're on the train, you know, people are very quiet. They don't want to disturb others. You know, when people are on the train, they have their mask on. Like if they're sick or they got allergies or something, they don't want to give you their germs. So it's like people are very just mindful of others, right? But not only that, right? When it comes to Japan, it's like, as I said before, me losing my wallet, right? Or even losing money, like I said in the last video. If you lose something here in Japan, there's a 95% chance that you're gonna get whatever you lost back. I can promise you that. I've lost my wallet 6 times. Every time I lose something here in Japan, like a wallet, a bag, anything, money, right? I've always, well, not always, but most of the time I get it back, right? And even with my wallet, every time I get my wallet back, there's no money taken out of it. Nobody try to use my credit cards. You know, if in America, if you lose something, you lose a wallet, bro, it's a high probability that people are gonna try to steal your money, try to steal your identity, try to use your debit cards, your credit cards. I've never had that experience happen to me in Japan. So that's just something that I can really appreciate, you know? That type of situation. People are just very considerate of others. Another thing about Japan that I really enjoy, everybody's looking at me, it's crazy, but is the safety, right? Safety here in Japan is it's mind-blowing. You never think about how just safe Japan is overall. Hold on, I got a little Dragon Ball thing I want to get on this little vlog. Can y'all see the little Dragon Ball thing in the back of my man Goku? Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's just it's super safe, right? One of the things that always just tripped me out and just made me realize wow, this is it's unbelievable. You see little kids, right, in Japan, walking around, just kids that could be 6, 7, 8 years old, just walking around by themselves, getting on the trains, you know, riding around, just to me, right, where I'm from in America, and just America in general, it's dangerous for kids to walk around by themselves. As a child, you can't really just walk around by yourself. You got to worry about weirdos trying to steal you, snatch your children, kidnap your kids. It's just hide your kids, hide your wife. You know what I mean? It's just there's so much stuff we got to worry about as Americans. That in Japan, it's just safety is I mean, it's at an ultimate high. Even things going to an ATM at night, late at night, you don't ever have to worry about that. There's been so many times where I'm walking through Japan or just walking around and I never have to think about if I have nice things, I don't have to worry about people trying to take something that I have or trying to rob me, or I just never think about that. I go to the ATM anytime, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm never thinking about that, you know? Crime is very low in Japan, so that's one of the things that I really appreciate. Yeah, so the safety is incredible here. It's very, you know, it's very relieving. It's a very relieving feeling. So the next thing, what else do I? Oh, racism, right? I've never I kid you not, I've never experienced any type of racism, and that's not to say that there's not racist people here in Japan, right? I mean, there's racist people everywhere in the world, right? But in Japan, I've never I've never like had anybody call me the N-word or call me out of my name or just disrespect me. Like there's never been a situation where I felt like I was being disrespected because of my race, right? Because I'm black. I never felt that in Japan. Now in America, my boy, I felt that a lot of different times. You know what I mean? Like I've been discriminated against. I've dealt with racism in America. You know, white people calling me the N-word. You know, other people, other races just disrespecting my my ethnicity. And that's something that kind of makes you dislike America even more, because you have to deal with people that are very ignorant, just in an ignorant mind state. And it's just like, it shouldn't be like that. But unfortunately, when you have a large group of people from everywhere in the world in a one pot, it's going to create tension. It's going to create problems. And, you know, that's just something that you got to deal with. You know, it's nothing that you can do about it. It is what it is. So the racism here is like, I've never experienced it. I've had friends that have told me that they've experienced like racism in different situations. And people, you know, they may have their dislikes towards certain groups of people, but in Japan, people are very passive. So even if people do feel like that, it's not like a high probability that you're going to get somebody that's going to, you know, like display that to your face. You know, I haven't experienced it. So cleanliness here too is just like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like, yo, like around me, like the streets, like there's no trash cans here. Like, and that's because in Japan, like one of the things is when you buy something like food or whatever you have, like go to the convenience store, get a soda, right? They don't want people to throw their trash like on the ground or like in a trash can. It's almost like in Japan, if you buy like food or a drink or whatever it is, right? They almost want you to like take it home, you know, and throw it away at home. But, you know, there is a trick. If you go to the convenience stores, they do have trash cans so you can throw it away there. But on the main streets around, like there's no trash cans. Like that's why it's, you know, Japan is so clean. And that's one of the things that I love about it. Like y'all know how New York is. Man, it's trash everywhere. It's rats everywhere. It's crazy. So like to come to Japan and not have to like, you know, experience that is you know, it's a plus. It's one of the things that I think makes Japan, you know, as great as it is, you know. But let's see, what's my next point? Cleanliness, safety. What would I say, man? What's my name? Oh, I think overall just quality of life too. I would say like Japan is very peaceful, man. I've like, and like I was kind of tripping about this, right? But I've never like been in a place where I felt so at peace, so at ease. And like, I feel like, of course you go through daily struggles and, you know, struggles within, but like, just like, I don't have to worry about so many different things in Japan. Like, I don't have to worry about people trying to harm me, like going to like a Walmart and have to worry about somebody maybe coming in and like shooting the place up and unaliving people. You don't have to worry about crazy things like that, you know. I mean, crazy things happen everywhere, bad things happen everywhere, but in Japan, I just feel like it takes that burden off of your shoulders, you know? So I think just how peaceful Japan is, and you know, the fact that you have like peace of mind here is, you know, it's just a blessing, man, in general. And I'm just trying to think, like, I mean, another thing, I mean, the food is amazing here. The food is healthier. You know, they eat a lot of like fish, a lot of rice. I mean, they do have fried foods and they do have junk foods, but I mean, I feel like even like the junk food in Japan is like, it's not as bad as like America. Like where America, we just like over saturate stuff with sweets and sugar. Japan, like, funny story too. With Japan sweets, I feel like the sweets are way less sweet, right? To the point, like when I first came to Japan, I literally felt like, bro, why is this cake not sweet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are these sweets not sweet? I'm tired of these unsweetened sweets. It was literally like, to the point where I was like, yo, like they need to put more sugar in it. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, after living here for a certain amount of time, you start to realize that maybe, right, like sweets are not supposed to be overly sweet, like just like drenched with sugar, because that's why, like, you know, obesity and there's so many health problems in America just because people are eating very unhealthy. So I think that's like one of the things that I can appreciate about Japan too, is just, you know, the fact that it's healthier. You know, a lot of the food is healthier. Japan actually bans like a lot of like American ingredients and foreign ingredients that are like, you know, that could be considered like a health hazard for the people. So they're very like cautious on what they put in their body and very like, you know, aware of what they're doing. So that's another thing that I really appreciate about Japan. It's just, you know, how healthy it is. So, you know, there's so many different things. It's just like, it's a different culture. It's a different way of life, you know, but I think if you come to Japan from a different place, there's like a lot of things that you'll be able to appreciate in Japan, just because like in your home country, they don't do the things that they do here, you know? So I can really appreciate that. And I really like that about Japan. I think those are like my main points of what makes Japan better than America. I'll probably end up doing another video on what makes America better than Japan, because as you know, every country, and by the way, we're in Akihabara. This is like anime town. So it's like a lot of like, I don't know if the girls aren't out right now, but they have like a lot of girls dressed up in like anime costumes that are like working these like hostess clubs or cafes. And like, it's weird, but it's kind of cool. Like, it's different, you know? So if you're like a big anime person, like Akihabara is probably the place that you want to like come and check out for sure.
Another one?
But yeah, like I said, man, there's pros and cons in every country. No country is perfect. And that's what makes the world great, you know? Great and bad, but, you know, good in the words of me, you know? So, yeah, I'll do another video about America, what makes America better than Japan. And yeah, man, look forward to it, man. As I said, man, it's your boy. I'm strolling through Tokyo right now. My brother's on the way from the airport, so I'm just kind of killing time waiting for him to come. But yeah, man, we're gonna do some vlogs with my brother, maybe run around Tokyo and show him around and show him what's going on out here. But as I said, man, it's your boy, your guy, Afro Guy Kokujin. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.